Hey guys, Brutos here. I'm a huge fan of Warhammer 40k, as you should know, because I've done some painting tutorial videos for it, and I'll be recording another one tomorrow, actually. But today we have Dawn of War 2, Chaos Rising. I'll be doing the Dawn of War 2 campaign, just so we can use that campaign to go on to Chaos Rising. As you can see, I've finished the game, so I know what's coming, but I wish I had someone to bring with me so we can see what it's like co-op, but oh well. Start a new campaign. Name your force commander. So we're clearly not a recruit. I've done face weaker enemies likely to fall under your blade. Probably sergeant, maybe captain. Yeah, I'm an expert. I've played a lot of real-time strategy games. Force Commander. Now, all the names in game come to me. There's one I was thinking of before. Force Commander Calderis.
Subsector Aurelia. This cluster of worlds stands on the very edge of the Imperium of Man. From this frontier came the Blood Ravens, a chapter of the Emperor's own Space Marines. Once and for all. Captain Davian Thule and a handful of Space Marines lead the raw recruits defending these worlds. Now, another Space Marine joins this desperate battle. A newly promoted commander, ready to lead in our darkest hour. You are this Space Marine. And you will tip the balance toward victory.
Yay! I'm surprised. From my counter up in the top right-hand corner, I'm pulling over 150 FPS. Commander Gladius. You are Gladius, a Space Marine recently promoted to the rank of Force Commander. You have been sent to Calderis to help Captain Davian Thule stave off a massive Orc invasion. Such is your reputation. The chapter expects that you alone will be enough to tip the balance of the fight and save Calderis. A man of few words, you are renowned for keeping calm in high-pressure situations and finding a path to victory when in the face of overwhelming odds. Well, I definitely won't be keeping calm, because this will be my first time playing Captain. So this will all be a surprise for me if they're surprisingly tough.
Calderis. We Blood Ravens select our initiates from this world's fierce warriors. Calderis is the cradle and the future of our chapter. Now, the Orcs would take it from us. This, we cannot allow.
Those bloody Orcs.
Stay in cover! Kill the Orcs that are out in the open! Welcome, Commander. This is Captain Davian Thule, in command here on Calderis. We are battling the Orcs that threaten this world. You have dropped right into the combat zone. I am north of you with several squads of our initiates. We are under heavy fire and losing control of our flanks. Move north and provide support.
So here I am, Gladius. Here's Tarkus. No way, what? I don't have my HUD.
Tactical Marine repositioning.
Clicking on a quick tip with a...
What? Where's my HUD?
Boy! Some of the Ubies come behind us! Kill them!
Oh, there we go. There's my HUD.
Get to that position, brothers. Enemy destroyed. The enemy
So as you can see, going into close combat can quickly kill me, as well as blowing myself up with a grenade.
no mercy for the misguided.
The orcs ahead of you are trying to outflank us. Eliminate them.
I do have access to grenades, and every unit can charge every unit in this game, and you can actually shoot into combats, which I don't like. I play 40k, so shooting into combat is so weird.
Reinforcements have arrived. Push forward, initiates.
Yeah, I'm definitely quick to lose my guys. Use a grenade. So it covers a big system in this game. Stick to cover and live.
Well fought, Commander. The
Yay!
Greenskins will not give us much time before they attack again.
Nope.
I need you and Sergeant Tarkus to take charge of driving the orcs back. Move up to the ruins east of here and prepare to repel the next orc wave.
And you don't give me any scout squads to do it with, or you don't even come yourself. I gotta do this with just 5 Space Marines.
Repositioning.
Although I know how good Space Marines are, 5 Space Marines are little.
Orc vehicle. Stay in cover. That truck has a heavy gun.
More shooting, less dying, you gits!
Squad eliminated.
Gotta get me some more boys! And these Ubies is sparking up me truck! Back through the tunnel!
Humies.
Boys! They're in the ruins!
More orcs. And lots of cover to use on our approach.
Orcs are pretty weak in this game.
Target those greenskins. Commander, the orcs are...
Well done, Commander. Those orcs have opened a path through the hill somehow. Move forward and seal it.
So with buildings with groups in them, just lob a grenade in there.
Get to that position, brothers. Preparedness is all.
The Greenskins are clearly using that mine as a passage, Commander. Seal that entrance. Good work, Space Marines. The Greenskins will not be using that passage again anytime soon.
But the leader managed to escape through the tunnel before we could kill him. That was our chance to cut this invasion off at the head.
He will show himself again, Tarkus. And when he does, we will be ready. Thunderhawks are en route.
So these are supply crates.
Extraction.
You shoot them to get support item increases, so later on that's grenades, health kits, and later on ordnance. Improved chainsword if I want to keep my commander as close combat.
Welcome aboard Strike Cruiser Armageddon, Commander. Calderis is currently facing a massive orc invasion that threatens to spill over to the entire sector. Urgent distress signals are coming from other nearby sectors, but we must concentrate our efforts here. I need you to take charge of an assault that's stalled on the surface below. Drop to the point marked on the planet map and start pushing into the orc's flank.
So here, this is where we see our game scores, which we don't need. Here we actually have the ability to level up all our characters, and they want you to keep kinda close combat-y, but you do have access to just go straight to bolters. But for now, without enough bolters and ranged equipment, it is best just to keep in close combat, because he will do a bit of damage himself, so start leveling up a bit in close combat, get him a bit more lethal, and this is probably about as high as we'll take into his close combat, maybe up to Righteous Fury later on. Then we're going to start putting up his guns, his will, and his health. Tarkus, he's gunner. We don't want him in close combat, he's a lot better at range, especially later on. So we could give him Taunt, which basically forces enemies to attack him, but with the amount of health he has, would rather not. And we want him to be our support specialist, so we'll get him to have 3 accessories up quickly as well. So he leads 4 space, he's got himself and 4 space marines, so we've got 5 space marines pushing an army of orcs.
Greenskins have taken over a hamlet outside Argus. This hamlet sits on a vital supply route, and all of Calderis could fall if we do not dislodge them. Sergeant Avitus and his squad of Devastator Space Marines held the hamlet alone, but they were finally overwhelmed. You must retake the hamlet and drive the orcs back. To aid in this, I am assigning Sergeant Cyrus and his squad of scouts to your command. His infiltration expertise should prove invaluable.
So yep, most rewards in the game are war gear, and what you saw before was just me equipping war gear with the chainsword and bolter. That's what's known as war gear, and with the war gear you can equip them to all the characters that you unlock in the game, because you don't get any huge squads like regular RTS games. In that kind of aspect, that's where it comes into the multiplayer. But yeah, that was Sergeant Tarkus, sorry I should have read that.
Dirty stuff is naff. We should be out stopping you again like we did to the town. Wait, did you hear something?
Acknowledge your initiate, but you have not yet earned your... Cyrus to Armageddon. In position.
Ah, Cyrus. Now, if you played other Relic games, you'll recognize the voice actor of Cyrus.
Avitus, the squad leader who defended the hamlet, is still alive. The orcs incapacitated him, but apparently could not finish the job.
Avitus is too stubborn to die.
So it would seem, Cyrus. An orc guard position stands between you and Sergeant Avitus. Approach with stealth and eliminate the greenskins.
Understood.
So yeah, you'll recognize Cyrus's voice actor if you're familiar with Relic games. And I quite like how they kept the combat cover system too, like you go to cover to make sure you don't die in combat and whatnot. And you can even get suppressed in this, so they made sure they stuck to what they know. Flanking does work in this as well, but with the amount of enemies that are coming at us, there's no point.
Bring down that guard tower, Cyrus.
Local tactical shift.
So, this is where Cyrus comes in handy, because he can cloak. And later on, a lot of his level up skills actually have a lot to do with his cloak. Like, he can use accessories, he goes in and out of cloak, he moves at full pace, and then at an increased speed later on.
Demolition charge will bring that tower down.
Like, as you saw, he had to get out of cloak, because he didn't have enough energy.
4 guards eliminated.
Excellent work, Cyrus. Avitus's position is on your tactical display. Revive him so that he may join your attack.
So basically, it's easy to revive downed characters. Oh,
Damn orcs found another pass through the hills.
There is a relay beacon near your position, Commander. Secure it, and we can deploy reinforcements to fill out your squads.
so yeah, each squad is headed by a sergeant, or basically, yeah, a sergeant. And the sergeant can't die. He just goes unconscious.
Reinforcements inbound.
So what you're doing, so you capture supply relays or teleporter relay beacons, and then any sergeant that's lost his troops.
Habitus and his Devastator squad are back to full strength. Now, push into the hamlet and eliminate those orcs, Commander.
Now, any sergeant who's lost any troops in his squad, they can just go back to one of these relays, or later on you'll see strategic positions that we can capture, and their squad gets reinforced back up to full strength. So it's always good to, before going into a major fight, to reinforce up to full strength.
Devastator Marines ready for combat.
Hostile movement up ahead, brothers.
So you'll see what I mean. You can see here that Cyrus has lost a squad member. So it does tell you how many squad members you do have left in that squad.
Tactical form spearhead and advance. Moving to target.
Those orcs are turning tail.
They could be going for help. Stay alert.
My squad should set up in heavy cover, Commander. The suppressive fire from my heavy bolter will keep the greenskins pinned.
Be vigilant. Die right.
Devastator's ready to fire. Our heavy bolters are deadly, but they take time to set up and have a limited field of fire.
There is a second relay beacon near your position. Activate it to finish securing the hamlet.
Your squad leaders will also self-heal when they're out of combat, so you can see how Cyrus here on the side is full health, but his icon
Excellent work,
has
Commander.
less
The hamlet
health.
is secure.
That shows the
More orcs
soldier
on the
that's
way, Commander.
died and how he's full health
Set up your
because
forces
he's
to repel the
now
attack.
fully
This hamlet
equipped.
must not fall again.
Readiness is all. Reposition.
We need only a word. Be vigilant.
So with cover, it's the majority. So if I have 2 out of 3 of Cyrus's soldier in full cover, the entire squad gets full cover.
Orcs on approach.
Come on, greenskins!
Good work, Avitus. They have nowhere to run now. Target them before they can get to cover.
Just remember to watch out for grenades.
Tactical squad. Attack formation.
Not.
Grenades for the other team are a lot more overpowered now. And as you saw, at times there are special finishes depending on the person and what they use. As you can see, Tarkus has gone down, but I want to keep my commander in the fight. So this is where Stimulant Kit comes in, and you can just auto-revive from a distance with that.
Well done, Space Marines. Thunderhawks are on approach to return you to the Armageddon. None can stop the crusade of the righteous.
So as you see, improved power armor, more equipment. And if you saw, I've picked up some war gear while in the game as well. So Prayer of the Righteous, plus 10 armor, plus 3 accuracy. Mantle of the Great Father at level 3, so none of my guys can wield it yet.
Well done, Commander. With the hamlet cleared, we can secure the main route into the capital.
The Greenskins knew to strike where we were most vulnerable, Captain Thule.
Cyrus is correct. Someone is agitating the orcs and pointing them at valuable targets. If we are going to win this war, we need to find out who is using the Greenskins against us.
Okay, let's level up all our guys. So, Avitus, long range damage. Very long range. Keep him out of melee if possible. You can get him sure-footed. That's actually a good 3 points to get into later on in the game, because then that way you don't have to worry about him ever being knocked down if he's out in the open, so grenades won't do anything to him. Giving an extra accessory slot is optional. You can do that later on. You can give him sprint, but advanced optics is one of the best things to do straight away, because giving him that extra range means you can fight when you're using focus fire. Oh no, extend all range of weapons used by Avitus. So that means you can get be closer. So, and then you want to get Will as well for Avitus, because focus fire takes 10 energy to activate, then it drains slowly over time, or actually rapidly over time. So the more energy he has, the longer focus fire will work. And we want to give him a little bit more accuracy. Cyrus, he uses scout armor, so none of this power armor will work for him. However, he's already got a lot of energy into Will, and giving him stillness is pretty good. I usually get him straight to specialist ammunition. Oh, he can use sniper rifles and shotguns without it, but it's still nice to have it there, and giving him a third accessory slot's also pretty good as well. So we'll just bump up his range and damage a little bit, and don't change these two. And we'll give the improved power armor to Tarkus. So now we're at the planetary display, and we can choose to either do one of two things. So we've got Gut Wrencher.
Commander, the orcs have struck another valuable target. A powerful orc chieftain named Gut Wrencher is leading the assault, but someone must have pointed him at this target, likely without his even knowing it. Take your squads and eliminate this beast before he does more damage. Keep on the lookout for clues as to who may be manipulating him.
So let's do that, and you get a improved heavy bolt as the reward for it, or if we go for the other one.
Commander, the orcs have struck another critical target. The orc raiding parties are led by a knob named Skykiller. This knob leads a squad of Stormboys, orcs equipped with primitive jump packs. Stormboys are especially ruthless orcs that can strike quickly and escape before reinforcements arrive. Eliminate Skykiller. This will buy us valuable time and may uncover who is guiding these orcs.
So these are both main objectives, so you don't have to worry about which one you do first or last. They'll stay here indefinitely, so later on when you unlock more planets to go to, you can leave these ones till last and do all the optional ones that expire in a few days. Let's go take out Gut Wrencher, because the improved bolt is nothing to laugh at.